Yeah.
All right. Season 2, guys. You
Season
missed us.
New season.
Oh my god. This
think that-
season or last season on. What is it called? What is our podcast called?
Sit in.
Joe
The
Rogan.
Inn.
I think the elephant in the room to address is that Rachel graduated, which is
Yay!
sad and upset. Oh. Yay for
Isn't
her.
that a good thing? Like,
Yeah.
happy
Yay for us.
Yeah,
Yay
that's
for
a
her.
good
Boo for us, because now there's just
Sad.
less of us here. We miss Rachel a lot.
Shout out
Yeah.
to Rachel.
It is upsetting. Max, are you good? Everything okay?
Oh yeah,
He's hacking into the mainframe. He just got past the firewall. Like, that's what he looks like right now.
yeah. I'm in. No, we're fine. I'm hanging in there.
Okay,
Busy
before
day.
we're talking about Will playing Little League Baseball, and I would like to bring that back up because that is hilarious. And I would love for Will to talk more about that because that was really funny.
Elaborate.
I played baseball like basically my entire life until 8th grade.
First I'm hearing of this.
Same.
I wasn't good at it. I was. I mean, I could like throw and catch the ball. Okay, I wasn't completely inept. I could not hit the ball. And
The big part.
I had to wear these dumbass dorky sports goggles. It made me look like I don't know, like some demented scuba diver. And I guess they didn't help because I can literally count on one hand how many times I hit the ball. But yeah, my dad wanted me to be pitcher because he was like, well, you got a pitcher's physique, you know. I don't know what that fucking meant.
Have to agree.
CC Sabathia was a pitcher, and he was, giant.
Jeez.
He's giant hulking man.
Yeah, he's only 6'7".
Yeah. That's kind of what I like about baseball. I feel like you can be like a fat guy and just also be.
Oh, it's completely
great.
non-denominational.
Yeah, I love it.
Babe Ruth was a fat piece of
Sorry.
shit, and everyone.
Just really said that.
No,
If
it's
you
honestly
look
good.
at video footage of him running around the bases, it is hilarious.
But he was just. I mean, but he was a damn good pitcher. I think. I think he's probably retired now, right?
CC Sabathia retired last year. Yeah, first ballot Hall of Famer, no doubt.
Damn. So yeah, but I pitched maybe like once or twice.
Ooh.
Right out.
Babe Ruth.
What Will's not telling us is that his ERA is 28.
Jesus.
Yeah.
That's why he got a scholarship at Muhlenberg.
I feel like I definitely went through the rounds of like every cliche like thing you can experience as like playing Little League Baseball. Like I had a coach who was definitely this fucking hothead who took it way too seriously, like this Irish guy who like his face would get beet red screaming at us.
Oh my god, your children.
Like kicking and
Yeah.
screaming.
Yeah. I remember his son missed fucking what could have been the game-winning outfield catch. His dad fucking went ape shit. It was pretty disturbing. Yeah. Fuck. No, I won't mention. Well, basically, this guy he did eventually die of a heart attack.
Oh,
It's not funny.
Because he was making himself so stressed out yelling at
Yeah, he
kids.
definitely had a fucking problem. But yeah, and like I've been in the position where it's like bases loaded, 2 outs. I'm, the up to bat.
Up to bait.
Well, that's why you're doing
Whatever.
so poorly. You were using a fishing pole.
Yeah. No, there's nothing more
Maybe you are from my
frustrating
hometown.
disappointing 20 other children who were banking on you, just getting them like walked. Not even expecting anything, expecting the bare minimum and failing at that.
Jeez Louise.
what
Yeah.
inspired? Why did you stop playing? You had to start Peter Pan.
So I wanted to audition for Cinderella the musical in middle school.
Wait, you weren't kidding about that? Are you being dead
I'm not
ass?
kidding about that.
That's the
was
full
like-
180. That's the full 180.
That's called being a theater kid right there.
Oh God.
Looking at your parents in the worst way possible.
Yeah. I remember.
I mean, Will, our character arcs are literally the exact same.
Oh yeah.
Wait, what sport did you play?
Well, I played baseball my whole life.
What is this the
Wow.
first time hearing about both of you
I
playing
played
baseball?
softball.
I
I
played
played
softball.
softball. Do you two softball players? Come on.
I didn't do shit.
Come
I
on,
played
guys.
sports?
I played on my school team and on a travel team. And
I thought you played soccer. Why did I think you played soccer?
I played soccer in school too.
Wow.
Oh.
And then
Play everything.
in high school, I started playing tennis.
That
And-
I
fits.
played that. I did that for a year.
It got to the point where like I was actually doing really well, and like I was first singles, and like I was training really hard, and I was like, damn, like
Fuck.
I could be legitness.
So you're in
I
your
can
flop era,
100%.
And then
I
I
can
joined
totally
the
see
drama
Max.
club.
where it all starts.
Drama club is the auditioning for Cinderella was the gateway drug for both of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Flop era commence.
Wow.
Well, at that point, I was like, I know that I want to be a stand-up comedian, and I know that playing tennis won't exactly help me get there.
It's
I
pretty
would-
funny. That's pretty funny.
So I was like, maybe I'll just try and get on stage. And I auditioned for this like murder mystery at high school, and I got in, and I was like, this is fun. And then I had to tell the tennis coach, he's like, hey, coming out? I'm like, not this year.
From his point of view, you could have been like a fucking like champion, like a
You're a
tennis star, and then one day you were like, by the way, I'm in the high school murder mystery. The
Yeah.
no-go for me.
Little Max had a song in his heart.
Things.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Oh my god.
But I only
I
quit
remember.
baseball because everyone got really tall and big, and I was just staying where I was at 5 feet.
That
My
doesn't
dad
do it.
kind of looked at me.
That'll
and
do
gave
it.
me the look where he's like, "Want to talk this one out?"
You okay?
Oh, so he talked you out of it?
Well, my dad like always sees baseball players in the office, and they're all these fucking mammoths who are like 6'4" and can throw 95 miles an hour. I was 5 feet tall. I had a batting average below 200 and played left field.
Hell yeah.
If anything, I was so small, I could have sat on my dad's knee while he told me I should quit baseball. So if anything, I just had to sit down with myself and be like, what's my best option here?
That's funny.
Isn't it not a coincidence that you became funny right at that time?
I was like, wait a minute.
I'm hilarious.
You're like,
Dad,
suddenly my
Have you heard the one
insecurities.
about the priest?
Airplane food, Dad.
Dad's like, so you're going to quit? I'm like, have you heard the one about the priest and the rabbi who walk into a bar and he's like,
He's
You
like,
answer him by starting to dress like Jerry Seinfeld, putting Jerry Seinfeld posters all over your room.
Oh my
what you're
god.
not seeing is the Seinfeld poster.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's
literally
what
right
right
off
now.
camera. I'm not,
he's like, never too late to try soccer. You know.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
I was
my
forced
dad-
to play volleyball for a while.
Oh,
But,
Were you good?
I love
That's a
volleyball.
vibe.
It's because my dad was a volleyball coach, and I've told you guys how they called me Coach's daughter. He didn't call me
Yeah,
Caroline.
That's
Oh.
a great
That's, all right,
nickname.
Bro.
that's really funny.
It was traumatizing. I laugh now. It was traumatizing.
Did they
I-
not like you because of that?
Well, anytime my dad and I would fight in the car on the way to practice, which we would
So this
often,
happened multiple times. You're like, anytime we did this.
like he would come in and literally say like, someone decided to say XYZ in the car and you guys are starting with laps. And I was like,
Oh my god.
literally my
Oh,
worst nightmare because I also hated running. So
Is that a form of
Is-
trauma bonding? Is that trauma bonding?
Your dad was hazing you in the car.
Your
my dad was
dad
prepping
turned,
me, okay, for the
turned
real
your
world. That's what he
fears
was doing.
against you.
But yeah, I remember I did horseback riding for a hot second, and
Whoa.
Like, you can't just mention that like that. What?
it was when I
So you went from
Just wanted
volleyball
to
player to
dabble. I just-
fucking loser.
Just dip my toes into horse girl.
it was when I was like a child, like 6 to 9. Okay, that was it. I remember I begged my mom to quit. I was sobbing, like begging her to quit because I hated it.
Not a
My-
horse girl by choice.
No,
Horse girl.
I did not want to be.
My
I remember
grandma-
my horse lady. What do you call him? I don't know. Instructor.
Trainer, my coach, my horse.
No, I don't know what to call my horse lady.
I'm thinking of a
I don't
minotaur.
have one of those.
I'm thinking of
You
a
know-
horse lady, like a minotaur. Like,
Well, anyway, she was
Yeah.
British
I went
and really
Minotaur
mean.
back riding with the boys.
She was British.
She was British and she would yell at me in British, and it was
What
so
the hell?
mean.
Yell at me in
Not a
British.
language. British is not a language.
I remember one time I literally flew off the horse and like landed.
That's the
I literally had to
funniest
go to
shit
the
I've ever heard in
chiropractor
my
for
life.
years after.
Yeah, she was like, "It's
Oh,
Tuesday,
sorry.
isn't it?" After you fell off.
She came up to me and she was like,
in it.
"Get off the fucking floor!"
Tuesday. I can't.
Oh my god.
These are like the struggles of like a teenage British duchess.
That would be such a niche Netflix show, and it
This
would
is what
be
Bridgerton
watched.
should have
That's
been.
literally, yeah, I was gonna say this is
Literally,
literally Bridgerton.
Fuck the bonking in Bridgerton. I want to see Daphne get on that horse and ride it into the sun.
I want to see that bitch canter. High speed.
I don't give a fuck about your pianoforte, Daphne. I want to see you ride that horse.
But yeah, but then from there it was just competitive tap dancing. So
Right.
then it was theater, and now I'm here.
Competitive
You think I'm kidding?
How do you compete tap dancing?
Like like Dance Moms, dance competition.
Oh, I totally get it.
That's so
Yeah.
funny.
Max
Next time
knows
we
all
see you
about
in
it.
person, you're fucking tapping for us. You have to whip out the tap dancing.
Michael
Oh my
Flatley, Lord of the Dance.
Wow, that was so funny.
The most impressive
Um,
shit I've ever seen in my life.
I miss tap dancing every day. Honestly, I really do.
You know what I miss? I
What's
miss playing-
stopping you?
I miss playing jazz.
Wait, what instrument you play?
Playing jazz?
Well, all right, so
you a
I start-
saxophone player?
I
What
only
were
play
you?
guitar, right?
We're learning so many things about each other right
I
now.
know, what the fuck?
This
This
is-
is just like a group
this is a-
therapy session. It's
so
like AAA meeting or something.
all right, AAA is car service.
No, I'm thinking, what is the alcohol one?
Alcoholics Anonymous.
Hey,
AA.
two A,
Yeah.
I went
Added
one,
another A. Now I need car help. I broke down. I'm 78. I
two.
need
Oh my
an
God,
A.
car inspection.
Put in another A.
Holy
Hey.
shit.
Imagine getting AA mixed up with AAA.
I gotta go
You
to
call
the
them
So
and
embarrassing. I'm not going to be able to recover. I'm
Alcoholics Anonymous
ending the
to
call.
come
Goodbye,
to
guys.
the side of the highway.
I gotta go to my AAA meeting, Mom. See you later.
I'm learning how to jump a car.
God, I got a flat tire. Call AA.
Calling the number, you're like, I don't know, it's something with the engine. They're like, it always starts inside. It really does.
That's the first of the
My
12.
my engine is really fucked up.
You're
Oh,
like,
that's funny.
Car trouble.
That's a bit. Write that down.
I'm having car troubles. Booze cruiser.
Okay, who's stealing this bit? I have my sticky
Oh,
notes
wait.
right here. Who's
Riley,
stealing
you
it?
said it. You should.
Riley, you
Nah,
did it.
that was just me being dyslexic. Can I say that? Am I going to be saying that? Hey, I'm writing it down.
I didn't know in dyslexia you could just add letters at the end. Is that mean to say? I thought
Nah,
it was just
maybe it's my
mixing them up.
personality disorder.
Oh, that makes
Yeah, that's crazy things sometimes.
Oh
Wait,
god.
what were we
I
talking?
say something so long ago about Caroline's. There was something about Caroline, her horse girl.
No, wait, no,
Jazz.
we were talking about jazz.
Yes, yes.
So I started playing trumpet, and then I played.
What the fuck, Max? How many hours are in the day? What do you do?
How many
then I-
lives have you lived?
Well, then I branched out and I started playing trombone, euphonium. I learned both
Fuck is
alto.
a euphonium? That's a
It's
made
like
up
it's
word.
like a small.
That's a
tuba.
rich kid. That's a rich kid.
No,
Right there.
it's called Euphoria and it's on HBO. Oh god.
But like my school jazz band, we played at Carnegie Hall.
Whoa.
What?
Like I legitimately have played Carnegie Hall.
So there's probably a video of you out somewhere doing that exact thing.
Yes. And
Was
going
this
back,
was this simultaneous with your baseball and then
Yes.
flying tennis
Wow.
career with soccer in between?
while I was learning Latin and learning how to horseback ride.
How are you not wiped up by now? Damn.
It's hard to find a nice Jewish woman.
A true Renaissance man.
Oh, true.
Oh my god, that's so
Did
funny.
you have like a whiplash type experience? It's like,
Did J.K. Simmons slap you?
I wish. No, but
That's
I played up until I was you know what it was when I started playing it in high school. I had a bad the teacher, the band, like the leader was really bad and was not like unenjoyable, so I just started to not enjoy it. But I love listening to jazz and I listen to it all the time, and I'm like, wow, like I really like, and like whenever I go home, I pick it up again and I just, kind of improv with it. So
it's
All right,
The lives we
ladies
live.
out there.
if anyone is in the room right now, either real or dead, just
Jesus.
pat me on the shoulder.
Wow. And now you're the president of ATO.
Yeah.
He's in his flop era.
I've
Aw.
made the ultimate jump. Theater kid to president of a fraternity.
feel like
Joker
ignore-
origin
the
story.
first time it's ever happened.
Yeah. First and only.
Welcome to 2021.
That'd be a good movie. Really good.
That's a lifetime movie in the making right there.
Oh my god.
I'm going to talk to James Cameron so he can make it 4.5 hours long.
Yeah.
Isn't your minor in film or something?
No.
Aren't you doing? Who am I thinking of then? Well, you should pick one up. Make that movie. I mean, come on.
There we go.
You have all this free time. I mean, you did so much in high school. You have free time now. We need a movie.
I'll get right on it. But first, I'm going to walk onto the baseball team.
And then the soccer team.
Yes. And then the tennis team. And then the golf team.
Okay, yeah.
Wow.
And then maybe you'll make it to a comedy group eventually. Maybe.
One day. One day.
Maybe even two.
Maybe.
I doubt it. Not that funny.
No, you're right. Sorry.
Not that funny.
Thinking up too crazy of me.
Illusions of grandeur.
He's in his flop era. Remember, he's flopping right now. He's fell off,
I'm on the downslope of my career. I
going
can feel
down.
it. I'm like Robert De Niro doing Dirty Grandpa.
God, I hate that movie.
I can
Really?
feel things-
Chris, you hate that? I feel like that movie's
That was
right up your
controversial, Will.
Considering the type of movies you love, I
Listen,
feel like
Will, I got bad taste in movies, but I know a bad
Dirty
movie
Gra-
when I
Will.
see one, and that's Robert De Niro, Dirty Grandpa.
I agree with Christy. I have bad taste in movies. There's some movies that no one else in the world likes that, like, my younger brother and I are obsessed with. Dirty Grandpa was legitimately one of the biggest pieces of shit I've ever seen.
It's horrible. It's so bad.
didn't that also come out like in tandem with that Johnny Knoxville movie called Bad Grandpa?
It lived like a year after, not even.
Yeah. That was such a weird era. Just
Yeah, there were two, right? Of like
That-
the
It was
similar
like Grandpa
content.
and then
Yeah.
Grandpa.
A great time to be a
geriatric.
misbehaved elderly man. Finally found a character who speaks to my beliefs.
I'm just thinking of that crackhead, like little kid show, Uncle Grandpa. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Fuck that thing. Fuck that thing. Oh man, having a sibling, like a younger sibling right now, like the cartoons are just so bad. They're all so terrible.
Yeah, I don't want to sound like a boomer, but I feel the same way.
It's just not the same. as
Yeah,
it
we're
was
entering.
back in
Nobody has
2007.
They don't make shit like Billy and Mandy anymore.
Ed, Ed,
Oh.
Eddie,
We grew up on like the golden age. I mean, we had
Courage the Cowardly
SpongeBob,
Dog.
we
Oh
had
my god, those
SpongeBob,
shows are so good.
Courage, a fucking Danny Phantom, Fairly Odd Parents. We had all these great shows. Even our children's sitcoms. We had fucking iCarly, Drake and Josh,
Yeah,
literally.
Victorious,
Yep.
Zoe. We grew up with the best content, and now what the fuck is on Nickelodeon?
What is Uncle Grandpa? Truly.
Nickelodeon is like crack. It's not. It's like I don't know what they're on, but they need to get over it and write something better.
It's
It is-
crack. It's literally just crack. That's
It's
it's
just
on.
it's
It's like
a dirt
it's the
road.
alley where the crack is sold in. It's not the crack. It's the alley where the crack is
It's
sold
so bad.
Yeah.
in. They're doing like SpongeBob spin-offs now. Just no.
Right? I'm
Yeah,
like,
fuck that.
I think our downfall as a society was when we were just like, LOL, let's just make a remake.
It's,
We're like, let's just
Yeah,
remake everything. Just remake
SpongeBob movie is
everything.
goated. SpongeBob
I was
movie
just about
2.
to say that. The movies, though, don't get that mixed up with the movies. Those things slap. They went to Atlantis. That one, wow.
Oh, you
David
talking about, that's
Hasselhoff,
the one David Bowie you're talking about?
what?
Kind of the TV special where they go to Atlantis.
Yeah.
and David Bowie
Yeah,
plays
yeah,
the-
yeah.
And then
Yeah,
the
that was
TV
actually
special
like it.
Ugh, where they're in prehistoric times.
yeah,
It's just called
Yeah.
Ugh.
What was it called? It was like SpongeBob BC before comedy.
Yeah.
That is a great episode.
No.
Good show.
I've been rewatching iCarly, and I think it's
Same.
literally one of the funniest shows.
Oh, yeah.
Like, okay, like it's either a horrible, cringeworthy moment, or it is the most meticulously crafted,
Yes.
genius joke
Their
ever.
fucking t-shirts too that they wear. Dan Snyder though, like Dan Snyder deserves to be lobotomized, but
Yeah.
other than
Yeah.
that, great fucking show.
Yeah, I will say I did not pick up on the amount of feet and toes
It's disgusting.
There's so
way
much.
back when.
It's
But
gross.
now looking at it,
There's
I'm like,
so much.
why is it necessary to have 4 toe plot lines like in one episode? It's not
It's disgusting.
necessary.
I don't fuck
Maybe
with that.
I mean like it worked out for them. We haven't tried it yet.
Try
Come on,
what?
Will.
We can try-
Let's see a foot. Will
No.
through the roof.
Okay,
Our
hacks are
music
coming
is
up.
I was the most random times too that they would do it. It would literally just be like a tuna salad, stick your foot in it, and then it'd be like 10 minutes of just this person.
I could just imagine Dan Schneider just standing behind the camera and they're filming. Put it in! Put your foot in it!
Breathing heavily.
That's not in the script. That's not in the script. No, just trust.
And,
Take
like,
your foot out.
Nathan
Let me
Kress
see
is
it.
Like, what? Just
I-
just take your shoes off.
He
I
didn't
hate this lady.
discriminate either. Like Spencer's feet are all up on that show. Dude. Like
Jerry
they do
Trainer.
not discriminate.
Jerry Trainer will go down in history as one of the funniest people.
The funniest people on earth.
He in that show, rewatching it, I'm like, he did not get enough credit for how fucking
He
hilarious.
Where did
carried the
he
whole
go?
show.
Where
I
did
think
he go?
carried the
He
show.
fell off the face of the earth.
Wait,
He
did
was
that
so
ruin his
good.
acting career?
Wait, no,
I-
he does a podcast with someone. Oh my god, he does a podcast about The Bachelor.
It's called
now.
Sit In.
With another like niche actor.
Ladies
I'm
and gentlemen,
Googling
please
it.
welcome Jerry Trainer.
Woo! Gary
That'd be
Trainer.
amazing.
Will rips off his mask,
I
shows his feet.
I mean,
been me the whole time.
the guy went from fucking Crazy Steve to Spencer, which were both fucking hysterical
So
roles.
funny.
Yes.
He just plays a schizophrenic. That's literally just what he does, and it's just so good. So good at it.
He was eccentric. Actually, I think a week ago he posted on his YouTube channel, him making spaghetti tacos, like tutorial.
That's
Aw,
so amazing.
fun.
That's so amazing.
I will say though, I was after my housemates and I, we only watched the episodes that related to any kind of relationship of iCarly. So we just watched the SETI arc. We only watched those episodes. Watching children kiss I'm not proud of it, but
I know
we,
they were like 13. Like
we
that's
only watched those episodes. But then after that, we were like, fuck iCarly, let's watch Victorious. Okay.
yes.
Victorious, horrible show. Doesn't make any sense. The jokes are so bad, but the singing is amazing.
The song.
Those bops they gave us, honestly,
Oh my
like
god.
it's
And
Victorious and Taylor Swift. That's the music industry, honestly.
Exactly. If I could only listen to the Victorious soundtrack for the rest of my life, I would not hate it at all.
I want to
I
see it
would.
happen, and I want to see you regret it, Chrissy.
Yeah, we're gonna hold you to that statement. That's binding.
I don't like Victoria
Imagine-
Justice at all. I think Victoria Justice is
Why?
annoying.
What was that, Nick?
Well,
what
so's
was that
Carly.
movie
Like
Where wait, what was that movie with Victoria Justice where Brooke Shields was in it? She was a werewolf.
Oh my god, Vampire Babysitter.
No,
But
they were like
no,
she like
yes.
went to Romania
Yes, I know.
Yeah,
what you're
brother.
talking about. It's on Nickelodeon.
I
Wait,
think
I have the picture saved on my laptop, but I have no idea what it's called.
I'm gonna brush past that comment. In fact,
No, it was-
getting him to just hit the big red phone on the bottom of the screen.
I know I saved it for a reason.
Sometimes you just need to help dig your comedy group out of a hole.
Oh no.
uh,
I know Victoria Justice was in the Rocky Horror like remake that was on Nickelodeon.
With,
Or no, on NBC. On NBC.
I was like, wow, it's
Yeah,
very daring for Nickelodeon. For them.
It's impressive.
yeah. I was gonna say fucking Nickelodeon.
You remember
Rocky
when
Horror.
Nickelodeon, I don't know if this was just me that watched this, but Nickelodeon did like a showing of Grease and they like hyped it up for like months and they were like, we're gonna put Grease on Nickelodeon. It's gonna be amazing. But they edited it to take out all of the stuff that could have been problematic. So it was like a 45-minute movie.
Oh,
like
wow.
it was the fastest movie. It was you know the part in Grease where they're like all bonking in the cars, the best part of Grease when they're all
Literally.
bonking in the cars. And they took that whole scene out and it literally jumped from one shot of the drive-through of a couple that wasn't making out and then took out like 4 minutes and then it was the guy in the car being like, you're mean, that's my girlfriend. You know when the guy in the mean car comes up and he's like fighting with the couple that had just been bonking and then they fight about a nickel and they get really mad about it.
That movie's so fucking good. Holy shit.
That movie's so interesting.
Was it racist at all? Was there anything like that in there? Because that's like it was an old movie, and I feel like they did.
I'm
Now
trying
you
to
well, I
this
I don't
shit.
think they were
I don't think so.
any
But
people of color in the movie.
Yeah, that in itself is
there was no one to be racist too.
Exactly. They were all white. They were all white. So I
They're
don't.
all white 30-year-olds playing 16-year-olds.
It was. They are so old.
So
They're
old.
So old.
I was like 12 years old. Like, why don't I have huge tits like that? Like, why don't I? I want to smoke a cigarette outside my high school. Like, it-
All right, but
Like,
remember the people who used to leave high school and just start smoking cigs before they got to their car. Did you want to be that person?
in the movie portrayed, yeah.
But when you
Like,
got
look.
there, but when you got in that moment and you saw who was doing it, these are the kids wearing the pajama pants to school.
Like,
I
mom,
hate
pick
those
me up.
kids. I don't like that. No, not one bit. I don't like that. There was no one at my school who like smoked cigarettes openly. Everyone vaped. That was when Jewel was like hot.
Yeah.
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 In the bathroom.
Yep.
Every day, all the time,
Vibes.
in class, out of class, in the hallway.
Dude, if weed pens
bathroom?
were a thing in high school, wow.
Oh,
I
they
don't think
were.
I'd have
My,
been able
sen-
to learn how to read or write,
my
honestly.
senior year, there was like my senior year, some kid in my high school started selling dab pens, and then like there were like a select group of people that were actively just smoking the dab pen all day. And I was like,
So
your
amazing.
brain must be fried. Fried. Because by the time you take 2 hits of a dab pen, you're dead. You're dead on the ground sleeping.
You have
That's a
pneumonia.
special kind of high.
You have pneumonia.
You have pneumonia, you're
don't
in
need-
fourth period, and you're sleeping, and now you're throwing up because you're greened out because you tried to look cool in front of someone and take another hit.
You don't
my
need the
God.
coronavirus vaccine. You're fine. Your lungs can't handle anything.
Exactly.
Your lungs could physically not be in any worse of a condition. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
At my high school, well, it was more like the middle school to high school, lean was the thing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Middle
Yeah.
school to high school. So you
In,
had
like,
like
ninth grade?
No, like seventh graders would get in trouble. Like I was.
Where did
I
you
was
go to
Catholic
school,
With
in high
Harlem?
school,
like
but-
real lean, like real like codeine and Sprite, not like people who were like, I'm gonna put some NyQuil in my drink, and then they would just fall
no,
asleep.
like yeah, like legitimately,
Wow.
lean. Because
That's
my
different.
brother,
You
my
went
brother
to the
hated-
Greece high school. You went to the Greece high school.
I mean, what can you say when you live in one of the fastest growing counties in the U.S.?
Yeah, for real.
Just
It
stop
shouldn't be.
yourself.
That county should not be reproducing.
Yeah, they need to stop with the growth. That's enough growth.
That baby's
Don't
coming
stop.
out, throwing up West Side.
Oh my god.
The kids have like 401ks and stuff. They're growing too fast. Too much growth.
Oh my God. I remember when my freshman year of high school, the juniors at the time, our juniors, and then our rival school's juniors got in trouble because they had a little drug ring going back and forth. Just like, cocaine and all that. But
In high
Yeah,
school?
high school. Am I
Where are
right?
these kids getting this fucking money to do cocaine?
Yeah, for real.
I will say my senior year, when we all went to prom, the kids that I graduated with had been partying since like 5th grade. So by the time we got to senior year, they bought a shit ton of cocaine and brought it to the prom weekend and
That's
did
prom.
a ton of cocaine.
Do what you want. It's prom.
oh my
People
God.
tape
I didn't do
it little-
anything on prom. I went to a fucking water park on prom, okay?
I
I
am
was
so
not.
sorry.
We had breathalyzers at prom, at the actual prom.
Same.
Wow. That's
Like it was like
intense.
English teachers, like Mr. Walker over there had the breathalyzer, and you had to go
I-
through him before you could go in.
Yeah,
I may
Mr.
have-
Walker was probably low key fucked off of his mind because he
I
was
may have
going
told
to
this story to
chaperone a
you.
prom.
Coke
may-
doesn't show up on a breathalyzer. Mr. Walker was fine. He was chill.
I may have told this story before, but at my high school prom, the elite, the popular kids, they all rented party buses. So they would
That's
show up to
cool.
prom in these gigantic party buses, but their parents would supply an insane amount of alcohol. So my senior year, we got to have prom at a different location because the usual location was infested with rat shit. So they were like, we're not having prom here. So we had it at a water park, and we get to the place and we're all partying at prom for like maybe an hour, and all of a sudden the lights, somebody's like standing at the light switch going like this to the lights on and off, because the superintendent's son had brought an entire handle of Tito's to prom and was hiding it in a back closet, and like a security guard found it and was like, we need to get this kid out of here. But him and all of his friends were disgustingly drunk, so they thought that turning on and off the lights would make them fall, and then they would find all the drunk people. If they just kept going like this, they would pass out and die.
So they just tried to make someone have a seizure?
The poor innocent epileptic kid.
They were walking around with breathalyzers, and they were just going up to people who looked drunk and like made them stand there and take the breathalyzer. And it was hilarious. And a lot of people got sent home, and a lot of people drunk drove from the hotel to like where they're supposed to be.
You go to high school in Russia or something? Like, it's like the gulag. Like, this is the worst thing.
Russia.
That
Crazy.
sounds like fucking prom. So funny.
Oh my God.
It's a normal prom, but like they totally took it way too far because of the fact they would have, like, the school itself would have let it get away because it was the superintendent's son. But the fact that the resort found the kid, they were like, you need to do something about it. And then they were all like, fuck, we actually have to do something about this. We saw this 10 minutes ago, but like, we really have to do something about it now. It was really bad.
I remember my next door neighbor had her prom pictures because they have a very good view, big house, great view of the hills and whatnot. So she had her entire grade have prom pictures at her house. The only issue was that the same night was my Shabbat dinner for my bar mitzvah. It was at the same place, same
How
time.
embarrassing.
So I show up in a
Ridiculous.
suit. I look great. Don't get me wrong. I look
I
fucking
wouldn't.
delicious. But all these drunk high schoolers kept coming up to me. They're like, "Yo, who you going
you the-
with?"
Are you the president?
Wow.
What?
Are you the president? Are you security?
But I was 13. I was so shy and I was so scared. And I'd be like, mind you, my town isn't very appreciative of the Jewish faith.
Oh no.
So imagine me telling all these drunk high schoolers, they're like, "Who you going with, bro?" I'm like, "It's actually my bar mitzvah tomorrow. I'm here for dinner."
With my entire extended family.
Yeah, and
God.
they just dismissed me immediately.
Get to
All right,
Oh,
get out of here.
We had our prom pictures at like a historical landmark. It was like a house where some like really famous guy died. So like that's where we all had prom pictures. And it was the only place in town that looked remotely normal. So that's where we all
Who
took-
died there? Do you know?
Starts with a G. I don't know.
George
Oh.
Washington.
It was
George
George
Washington
Washington. You're
Carver.
right. It was George Washington. I don't remember what his name was. I know he was famous for doing something with a lot of wood because now every year in my town they have a wood festival.
Paul Bunyan.
George Washington could have been gay. Honestly.
Oh,
I thought we were past George Washington.
Not that kind of wood.
Oh, I get it.
Anyway,
No,
There's a
so-
plaque outside of the house. George Washington died here with a massive erection.
and we honor him by
Yeah, all right.
all the local lumberjacks come and
Oh, no. Did you guys see
Okay.
the SNL last weekend? This past weekend?
Yes.
With the
yeah,
dude?
with the guy. No. This was with
Nick Jonas.
Nick
fuck, I haven't
Jonas.
seen it yet.
Oh, I actually did watch it.
There's
yeah.
a sketch. There's like a musical. They're really getting into music videos this season. They
They're
really are.
good. They're
Um,
good music.
They're actually. I was really impressed. I was really impressed by SNL. No, but the music video is like about like how guys bachelor parties are just them getting hard next to their best friends. It's, good. It was great.
guys being dudes.
The one music video that they had, I think it was the weekend the Duke was there, where Ego Odom was like the entire episode. I was so here for it. She was in like every sketch for like 4 sketches in a row. And I think the music video was about like being alone in quarantine and how she's
Yes,
so great.
Loco.
It was so good. I
Bad
was
Bunny
like,
literally
this-
helped write it. That's why
did?
it was so catchy.
Who did?
Bad Bunny.
He's Bad Bunny.
I loved how Bad Bunny got to be in the sketches. That made me laugh really hard when he came out
Yeah.
on the pirate ship and he was
I
like,
know.
remember what he did?
I think he spoke like 2 sentences and was just kind of there like,
He was just like, he's Bad Bunny. And everyone was like, oh!
He played like a cactus on.
That
in
was
the music
so
video.
good.
It was so funny. Also, like the one that they had 2 weeks ago where it was Punky Johnson and it was like the hostage negotiation with the weed gummies. That was funny.
I feel like they're
was
definitely
so
doing more Pete Davidson and Kyle Mooney sketches.
and I'm
you can
here
tell.
for it.
Yeah.
I fuck Alex Moffat, fuck Beck Bennett. I want more Kyle Mooney and Pete Davidson. I'll say it.
Chrissy, be careful. Sit open for Mr. Alex Moffat way back when. So you better
Okay,
be careful
well-
who you slander on this popular podcast.
Alex Moffat, if you're watching this. Give some
Alex
spotlight.
Moffat.
Also, Mikey Day. I'm over fucking Mikey Day. I don't want him anymore either. I want more Kyle Mooney. He's so funny.
I like Kyle Mooney.
Is Pete Davidson funny? I know this might be. I know you just said he was funny. He just has like big teeth. Like it's easy for us people. Like I just do this, the ladies just start laughing. I mean, like I don't know. I just never watched anything of his where I'm like that was hilarious. I don't know.
I think I'm
I
just
think-
anti Ariana Grande, and I think that's how it like manifests.
I can get behind that a little bit. I think.
I would have to agree with that.
His stand-up special, I was watching it the other day, and it was like maybe it's not the first time I've seen it, but I remember being like, this is good, but it could have been better structured.
Like Alive in New York or something like that, or Alive in something, Alive from,
Yeah.
I don't know. That one was, I was like, yeah.
I thought I was
Like women, am I right? Look at my teeth. Ah. And then everyone's like, please back up from the screen.
I thought he had such good bits, but he kept doing this thing. He kept like there wasn't a clear start and beginning. He was in the middle of a bit, and then he would talk about something else, and then he'd go back to what he was talking about, and then he'd do another bit that was in the middle of it. Like I thought the Netflix joke about interrupting people while they're having sex by saying something during the special, I thought was so funny. But the fact that he was saying it in the middle of another joke, I was like, my pea brain can't handle this.
Yeah, maybe that's it. Maybe his humor's just above my head. Maybe I'm just too stupid and he's just elite smart people humor.
I thought his jokes about Ariana Grande were so funny, though. I did.
They were
laugh.
such
That
good
is-
jokes. Like, oh my god, it was
They made
funny,
me laugh really
funny
hard.
as fuck. I haven't been. You go.
No, that's what the face I made.
You said you go. You said no. I was gonna say I've been listening to stand up to go to sleep because
What?
But
What?
only
Come up with
Only
jokes.
Because,
special-
because a glowing review of a stand-up comedian is put me to sleep.
no, it's like ones that like I'm very familiar and I've seen the special a few times. Like I could honestly at this point recite all 3 of John Mulaney's specials because
So
they've
true. That
they've put me to
yes.
sleep so many nights.
That's so
And like I'll kind of like
I-
wake up from a sleep and it'll be like John it's just like John Mulaney being like ah, ah.
I don't even have time to unpack all that.
because that's how that works. Like that.
Petunia. That's all you hear.
Oh,
That's
God.
My
Yeah.
wife.
Jesus.
Yo, he's out of rehab. I think we talked about this last meeting, though.
Oh, is he?
Yes,
Oh,
he got out like a week and a half ago.
Oh wow.
I'm happy
oh,
for
that's
you.
good.
He's been in there for a few months. He was like, yeah, just he checked himself in, didn't he?
Mhm.
Coke and alcohol.
Good for him.
Honestly,
Ugh.
when was the last time like he'd made something like a?
He had the sack lunch bunch.
Yeah.
Oh, that was great.
Yeah.
It was so
I didn't
good,
watch that.
so good.
All right, guys. Shall we call it a night?
Yeah.
PBH.
It's a good. We ended on a nice little note.
Ended on go John Mulaney.
All right. Overcoming
God.
addictions.
All right, pals. Let's stop recording.